Hey everybody, we're getting ready to go live in just a minute. Get me a cup of coffee. You guys are getting a little bit of an inside view of my home, my humble abode. Hey Bethany.
Hello.
Hey buddy.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. I made it.
You made it.
You want to hear something?
Tell me something.
Gloria went to go get smell of letters. So we had to go to the post office. That's why I was doing all the jogging around when I was on the phone with you.
Uh-huh.
Post office doesn't take Bitcoin. Can you believe that?
The post office does not take Bitcoin.
Nope. No.
Dude, I'm telling you, in Eureka Springs, you're going to be the first guy to take Bitcoin. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Absolutely. I love the shirt, bro. I love that. You're awful patriotic today.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
All right. So we are about 1 minute before the hour. So we're just going to hang loose for a minute and kind of give people time to get here. I know I posted 2 o'clock for most people. You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, man. It's okay. Coming in and out.
Sorry about that. That was my fault.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I have a 2 o'clock alarm that goes off on my phone, and every time it goes off, it freezes the phone. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Right on. I thought it was me. I'm at a remote location today in beautiful downtown Eureka Springs.
Sweet.
Am I coming?
Well, you are beautifully crystal clear. You
Cool.
sound great. I think we're gonna do great today. I got a little bit of I cut my jaw on the inside today, yesterday, last night eating dinner. I've got like a cut on the inside of my gum on the wall next to the wisdom tooth. Oh, it really hurt. Oh, goodness.
What were you eating?
Some croutons on a salad. I guess they were a little bit too hard, right?
Must have been.
Okay, so all right, let's get this ball started. So my name is Krypto Kris, and I have my co-host Krypto Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Krypto Joe. Hi.
What do you know, Joe? All right, so here's I'm gonna kind of give everybody a clue about the things we're gonna go over today. Look at all those likes. I love that. Thank you. We love those. I can see the screen today. I have my reading glasses on, number one, and I'm indoors, so there's not a lot of light on the screen. Hey, Joe, we got 3 things that we definitely want to cover today. I know you and I spoke earlier this morning, and I'm going to tell the people what they are. They're
Okay.
The first subject is going to be being happy, your best self. Okay. The second subject we're going to talk about and touch on today is going to be being a good steward and what that looks like. Third subject we're going to talk about today is the upcoming holiday. And then we're going to close out with some hot off the press news straight from Krypto GeneX. So we got a big roll up today.
Yeah, we really do. We got a lot of.
So I want to. Hey, can you see the screen on your end, bro?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see the people talking. So Jesse, hey Jesse, Paul, Mafuz, Gregory.
Hey Don.
Dawn, hey Dawn, Sweet Pea. Hey Pam.
Excuse me.
So let's dive right in. You want to start with the first topic? You know, I'm going to speak from the heart here, Joe, on being happy about being ourselves. And to me, you know, recently becoming a parent, and you've had a few more years under your belt with that.
Yes.
But I think you'll be able to relate when I say that, you know, bringing a child into the dynamic really changes things, and it changes your perspective, right?
Oh, yeah, it changes your A lot, a whole lot. You know, and it depends on what you do for a living too. That's why with the Dadpreneur thing, it's works out so well. You know, like my business, and I'm here right now. You know, they're just getting open, so I don't know if people are going to be flowing there. I'm in the back room, should be okay. But you know, it's a restaurant and bar. You know, it has very long, and I had to remove myself from it. You know, and as remove myself from the working role and let other people kind of handle that for me, because I have to be home with kids. You know, and a job that you had 9 to 5. In my case, it was 10 to 2 a.m., 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. You know,
yeah,
it doesn't afford something like that.
absolutely.
And so you really have to kind of figure out, you know.
So you weren't being your best happy self, is what you're saying.
Oh no, I was just honestly, man. When you hang out in a bar all long, it gets kind of old. It sounds like a really good time. It's not. Don't let people lie to you.
No. Well, here's what I want to kind of tell people about, you know, the message that I'd like for us to convey to everybody, because most of the people that know us, most of the people that are following us are network marketers, you know, or they're in the crypto industry, or they're serial MLMers, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, for me, and the reason I said I was going to talk from the heart was because this is a little bit, it's a little bit touchy for me. Okay. So, I used to put up a front. Okay. I used to really try to be everything everybody wanted me to be. And I tried desperately to please everybody, which made me completely unhappy. And the farthest thing from being myself, authentic self, as I could possibly be. And then what I've noticed myself trying to teach my son is that I just want him to be the best him he can be every day. And so at the end of every day, I ask him this one question. I say, son, were you better today than you were yesterday? Were you a better you today than you were yesterday? And I love his answers, and I love his reaction, because, you know, authentically at an age 8, right? I'm trying to ingrain into him that it's okay for him to be whatever, whoever, however he wants to be, you know? And I'm going to tell you about a little incident that happened. And I know that you probably are going to share something about Nixon, and you and I talked about school this week, but a little incident that happened with him was, you know, he was kind of getting made fun of by his guy friends because he had a lot of girlfriends that he wanted to play with at recess and stuff. And I said, you know what? You can't worry about what your friends think. Right. You know, if your guy friends are giving you crap because you're spending some time over here with your girlfriend you know what? They aren't the friends that you thought they were to begin with. You know, and you can't twist yourself into a pretzel trying to please them when you're having fun over here. So, you know, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, on that particular thing you're talking about just right there, that's going to change in a few years. Possibly, you know, or it's going to be like, yeah, you know, you know, like Nixon, we had a parent teacher conference because report cards came out. And I was talking to the teacher, and I missed the last one because I was busy working. You know, I had a project that I had to do. I mean, if something had to get done, I didn't have, and construction job. And so I finally got to meet the teacher, and she loves her. You know, she's like, the kid is great, but Nixon spends quite a bit of time with adults. And so she's, you know, being her best self, but her best self isn't always, you know, when you're around kind of smart alecky a lot, you know, they're kidding and joking. She said she had marker on her or something like that. And some little kid said, you look silly with that marker, or what about your arm with that marker? And she's like, what about your face?
What about your face?
And when the teacher told me, she started laughing, and she's like, but Nixon wrote her a nice little, it was a little boy, a nice little apology letter and things like that. And, you know, and I talk with Nixon, I'm like, hey, be the best you can be nice to everybody. And I had to have that conversation with her that day, because I was like, hun, you've got kind of more of an adult sense of humor sometimes. And the way we kid around is, you know, I tell her, I go up and be like, oh man, kid, are you? Anyways, that's how she knows I love her. You know, it's like, what are you doing? I made a I took her birth certificate and I copied it, and I went in and I put, we're from Tulsa, is where we're actually from, and I put Tulsa City Zoo on it.
Oh, well, you know, your daughter and my son must be kin in some way, because I tell him.
You're, okay. Yeah. But
Yeah, it was me.
Okay. It's just hilarious though, because you have so much fun with it, and you're like, but you know, we'll be standing in line at a store or something. I'm like, man, get away from me. It's like, Dad. I'm like, don't call me that.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's a monkey. She's from the zoo. They're best friends. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
You know, that brings us back around to, you know, being your best you. What does that look like? You know, it looks like this in our industry. Okay. It looks like this. It looks like helping someone from another team, even though they're not in your team, and you're not going to get anything in return, because that's the person that you are. It's living from the heart. It's living, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, Joe? Help me out here. It's living an authentic life, right? Authentic.
But it's not even selfless when you help someone. It's kind of selfish in a way because it makes you feel good, you know? And, you know, like you said, we rolled right into this good. Perfect. I mean, that's better at this. But it's, for instance,
absolutely,
to hit on what you're saying, we were on Zoom for what, about 2 hours, probably close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Probably. Yeah.
Me some stuff. And, you know, you took the time to show me a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, that goes on, and how to look and operate a lot of stuff outside the thing. And that was, man, extremely nice. And thank you. You know, it was super helpful, you know, and just you taking that little bit of time shows your stewardship, you know, and hey,
thank you, brother.
Let's all work together, build, and just let's make everything better, you know, and that's kind of the way.
Absolutely. I have a genuine love for people. I have a genuine love for information, and the transference of information. A lot of people call it education. I call it a transference of information, because I don't really consider myself to be a teacher, although I've been told by many people that I'm a teacher. You know, that takes us to our next subject, which is being good stewards. And, you know, you spoke about that just a little bit. Excuse me. Because I shared some stuff with you today. I did that out of love, brother. And I did that because we're working together. You know, we're gonna build great things together. We're leading a charge of people into the next greatest thing. And for me, it was important that I connect some of those dots for you. So basically, I gave you a history lesson.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah, give you a history lesson.
Yeah, I took all those things that are here and here and here and went like, oh, circle.
Right. So we're going to be doing something. We're going to kick that off today, and I'm real proud about this. You and I talked about it. We're going to kick that off today, and we're going to call it our stewardship sponsorship. So our stewardship sponsorship, and you know, being a good steward comes and looks in all different kinds of things. And if you guys see me looking off to the right, just know that I'm taking notes. I'm that guy. Yeah, exactly. I'm that guy that takes notes on the talk that we're having. So we're going to call it the Stewardship Pay Forward Scholarship. So stewardship scholarship. And, you know, it looks different to different people, and it means different things to different people. And you told a story today that melted my heart. And I can only hope, as a new dad, I can only hope that I'll have a story similar to this to tell soon. My kid does like to write, and he loves to create comics and stuff like that. So, you know, it could be my story. I'm not going to steal your glory. I'm going to set it up for you, and then I want you to take it away and tell the story about the young lady from McDonald's, and she's
Oh,
going to be our first sponsorship.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm going to throw in, I'm going to go ahead and say publicly right here, right now, I'm going to pledge $100 to start the scholarship personally. And I'm going to let you tell the story. So set that up for us.
Okay. Well, my daughter and I were at McDonald's standing in line, and the young lady's working there, and she's about, you know, and and she wears glasses, and Nixon and I had just gotten our glasses, and I'm new to wearing glasses. This is probably 3.5 months ago. And she's like, hey, I like your all's glasses. We're like, hey, I like your glasses too. Started talking. And, it is a small town. And I'd probably eat at McDonald's more than I should, but whatever, And so we're sitting there talking, and it just didn't happen that time. It was the next time I went in, and she told me she was writing a book, and she was on chapter 12. And it was just at a simple, polite conversation, like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And then the other day, I was at the drive-through window, and she was working the drive-through window and explained to me that she was on chapter 19. Now, she told me what the book was about, and I forgot. But I did remember she was writing the book. And I was like, oh, wow, you are. And so I simply told her, I said, hey, let's exchange information, because I'm working with a big, with the network right now, a lot of people that are involved in computers and things like this. And it's just a network of people, a lot of people out there. And I'll put the word out and see what I can do to help you get this published when you're ready. And my first idea was an e-publish thing, because I just thought that would be the way to do it, But, when I was talking to you, you said that you knew someone that could help with an actual physical publishing, a paper version, And I haven't let her know any of this yet, of course. We just had the conversation. I told her about the e-thing or something, and to contact me when she got done. But I'm for sure going to let her know that, keep it up when you're ready. There's people out here trying to help you. You know what I mean? Get going.
Right.
Keep going with it.
Right.
And we were
If you guys love that, can you guys give Joe some love for that? Because he came to the table with that. It was beautifully done. He set that up so eloquently. And the fact that, the fact that, he's willing to put his time and effort behind a young lady that, for all given purposes, most people overlook this lady probably, or this young adult, just simply because she's working at McDonald's. They don't have a clue, that she's got a passion for writing. And I think it's beautiful.
Well, and that's the thing. And, a lot of people can look any way they want on a job, or what the job is, or whatever. Any job, period. That's all there is to that. We're just going to cut that flat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, she wants more, help her get it, this is awesome. You know what I mean? It's like, that's actually getting to help someone. That's the stewardship, helping someone doesn't benefit you. I'm not looking for anything out of this, except I'm going to feel good about it if this happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
To her, the ball's in her court right now, finish the book. Let's see. Let's give it a shot,
Absolutely.
And there you go. And you never know, man. Maybe, who knows? She may end up being a famous writer, It'll be
hey, we could sponsor her first novel and it could hit $1 million. Who knows?
Oh, well, I didn't think about that.
But you know what? It's all about helping people, and that's the good stewardship, giving back to the community. This young lady happens to be in your community, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I don't know her, but I know you, and that's enough for me. I know her passion. I know that if she went from 12 chapters, I believe you said when you first met her, to a month or two later, and she's up to 19 chapters, then she's dedicated. She's not just flying by the seat of her pants. She's really giving it something. That's dedication. So another thing I want to talk about. Alarm keeps going off, and I'm going to have to turn that thing off. I apologize. But the thing about stewardship, it's not just helping others and reaching out to other people, but it's also doing what you do and taking good care of the fruits of your labor. And I think that's really important because, you know, Joe, we talk to a lot of people every day.
Yeah.
And I know for myself personally, I talk to a lot of people that, especially since Krypto GeneX has come into our life, and we'll give an update on that at the end of the call. But, you know, since Krypto GeneX came into my life, a lot of people are beginning to understand that great wealth could be theirs. Yes. Great wealth could be in their hands. And I've had people say to me, you know, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what to do with wealth. I've never had money, you know, and it alerted me, and you and I started talking about, you know, we need to help people with this because this is a real problem, you know, honestly. So for me, I'm going to give my example, and I'm going to ask Joe to actually give his first. But you know, Joe, talk to us about what you feel like good stewardship looks like when you get your success, because you're going to be very successful with Krypto GeneX, and you're going to have a great deal of wealth. What does that look like to you? What are you going to promote? What are you going to do with some of that?
And I'm not being corny, you know.
No. I want you to be real. I know I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Okay. I want to use it when it comes to do more with, you know, to be involved in more projects, to, you know, I don't need to sit on, you know, a big bag full of cash, you know, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, that's not what I want to do. I mean, it's really not, you know, I'm in the environment and things like that. You know, I want, you know, sustainable living, you know, hey, I get a big, huge check, I'm buying some property, you know what I mean, with a water source on it, things like that. And I'm not like, you know, kind of hiding in the woods or nothing like that, but just to be fun with it, you know, to try and experiment with living, you know, and I'm not going off grid because I don't like people. That's not it. You know, it's just to see if I can do it. But it's about giving back too. You know, I want to put something out there that someone else can get where I'm at, you know, and I've explained this before talking to you. I was like, you know, I'd like to get other people to where I'm at currently, even, you know what I mean? And I don't have great amounts of money. You know, I've got a small business, you know, I'm just a small business owner. You know, I have a real small construction or remodeling company, really, you know, and a lot of times I do a lot of the work by myself, you know.
Yeah.
But give other people that opportunity, you know, put back in a little bit, and you're going to get a lot more out of it than you think, you know, and the way you feel, be selfish about it. Do things to make yourself feel good. That's okay. You know what I mean? And especially if you're helping others, you know, just do it. I was talking to Glory about this earlier, and I was talking about what people could do every day to kind of help and to give back. And I thought about something. Hold a door for somebody. That's simple, you know, and don't just hold the door for the person standing right behind you. Hold the door for the person when you're at the convenience store that's just pulled up and they're getting out of their car, you know, maybe it'll take 5 steps to get there. It's going to take you about 4 seconds probably at the most. Stand there and hold the door for them. You know what I mean? If they say thank you, awesome. You're welcome. No problem. Don't worry about it. If they don't say thank you, don't worry about it. You know, you don't have blah, blah, blah. Thank you, you've been nice. Don't do it for the thank you. You know, do it because you should do it. You know, let's put all this stuff into action. You know, everybody, you don't have to move mountains to move mountains. You just got to pick a little pebble up. You know, it's simple. You know, and just do it. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
I love that.
Win.
No,
You know?
I love that. I think it's great. I make it a practice every time I leave the house to hold a door for someone, to speak to someone who looks like they're having a bad day. You know, yeah, how are you doing today? You look awfully nice. You know, just give someone a compliment. You never know what that person's going through. That is stewardship. Unfortunately, they don't teach this in school, and and most people in today's world, their parents are really busy and they're gone and they're doing and they're so involved in trying to make everything work for the family unit that they leave some of the things out of parenting that you and I were brought up with, Joe. And you know, that is part of good stewardship. You're absolutely right. For me, being a good steward is, and I'm going to get very grassroots here, and people are going to think, they're going to think, well, he's trying to make it look good for the camera or whatever. That's not it at all. I promise. This is really heartfelt. Like, for those of you who don't know me, June 10th will be 1 year that God changed my entire life and said, you're going to raise a child. Prior to that, I was retired, which, Joe, I've talked to you about it. And, my spouse and I had bought our forever home, and we completely remodeled it. And I love my home, and I love where I live, and I love the location. And so, we don't owe anything. We don't owe anybody anything. Our vehicles are paid for, everything is done. We're good. But the thing for me is that the wealth that is coming in the crypto industry, we'll just say it like that. The wealth that is coming in the crypto industry and the wealth that I have already received in the crypto industry, which is nothing compared to what's about to happen. Okay. I'm not going to go run out and buy a mansion. Okay. So all of you guys that are tuning in or watching this on the record or whatever, don't ever expect to see Kris sitting up in a big mansion with, a Bentley sitting out front. That's not my style. Okay. I don't have to impress anyone. I only have to be happy, and I am perfectly 100% happy with my home. Now, that doesn't mean, that I won't give myself the opportunity to splurge on, I like, for me, vintage vehicles are awesome. I just love them. So, maybe I would get a two-seater Benz, an old two-seater Benz convertible. Or maybe I would get an older Corvette, something in the 60s or something like that. For me, that is a splurge to me, something that I can work on, tinker with, love it, make it my own. But here's the thing here's where the stewardship part works in. And that is, the stewardship part works in right here. Just because you're making millions of dollars. Son, I'm on a call. Yes, you can play Mario Run. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hold on.
The thing about the stewardship is this. Just because I'm making millions of dollars doesn't mean I need to run out and buy a several $1,000,000 home, or that I need to have the newest, fanciest, flashiest Lamborghini. For me, that doesn't make sense. That's not good stewardship, because what happens if business goes south for a few months? Who's going to pay the payments? Who's going to pay the maintenance? Who's going to pay the taxes? Who's going to pay the maids to clean the house? Pay for the maid. Okay, I'll pay the maid, and I will gladly right now in my modest home. Okay, I have someone come. It's not a big deal, but I don't want to have. I don't want to make people think that I'm something that I'm not. Okay, so for me, buying the big house and the brand new Lamborghini doesn't work for me. Now, giving to others, that works for me. And so for those that don't know my story, my son is challenged. He has some special needs. He was in an awful, deplorable situation. And the heart and the desire to help kids like him, right? But maybe they don't have the finances, okay? And I'm not saying that I would pay for everything, but, there's a lot of incidentals that come up that people don't even think about. For instance, when we got our son, we got him with 3 changes of clothes that were all dirty in a Walmart sack. Okay, seriously. And so I looked at the sack, and on my way home from getting him 4.5 hour drive, I'm thinking, what am I going to do with these clothes? They don't even look presentable to take him out in public. I'm not putting this child in these things. I'm going to stop at Walmart. You know, it was and buy him some clothes. Of course, we had to try everything on because he was 7 years old and in a 4T, y'all, 4T. He was 41 pounds. It's crazy. Don't get me started. But the thing about that is that, you know, there's a lot of things that come up. It's not just the lawyers. It's not just the adoption. It's not just the severance of parental rights. It's not. It's the school clothes. It's the things that they need. It's the toys that they don't have. It's the medical. Because hey, guess what? Until from June the 10th until the end of September, Jeff and I didn't even have the right to take him to a doctor. We had no health insurance coverage. We had nothing. Everything we did had to come out of pocket. That stuff gets really expensive, and you can't expect a child not to get sick. Am I right?
Right. Yeah, they get sick.
They get sick. You got to take them to the doctor. So, you know, these are the kind of things that I would like to set up a charity and be a good steward to give to. Now, you hit on something really big with me, Joe, when you were talking about stewardship, and that is paying it forward. And I believe that Krypto GeneX is a very pay it forward stewardship type of industry. And you know, that's leading us right into our third segment here. And, you know, as Dadprenuers, what do we got? We got to have something that delivers, right?
Yeah, you have to. You know, it's awesome. Where are we at on this? I don't know. What'd you say? I was talking. I couldn't hear you.
We got to have, no, it's fine. We got to have something that gives. And Krypto GeneX gives. It gives way more than it takes, right?
Exactly. Like how I don't out here at the bar all the time, you know, because I had to have something, I had to figure something else out. And, you know, all my construction stuff I did was really just kind of little piddly extra kind of goofing off stuff. But then I had to kind of turn it into more of a business, you know. And now I'm, you know, trying to get out of it because I can do this, you know. And, hey, you know, I'm doing this right now. You know, I can go home and do this. I can, you know, it's easy, you know, kind of. And mostly what this is just talking to people. You know, talk to people. Say hi, how you doing? What's going on? What's this? You know, bring up Bitcoin. You know, and it's simple. The conversation starts itself, and there's such an excellent program out there. You know, all you have to do is take them to the website, show them, you know, go through it, and go boom. You know, right now even there's what, 6 free training lessons. I think is it 6? I'm pretty sure it's 6.
It's 6. It's 6. That's in our fresh updates, fresh off the press today news.
Those tasty little tidbits we're throwing out there. See, yeah, all
tasty little tidbits. All right, so that brings us to the holiday, right? So we got a holiday weekend coming up, guys and gals. We are going to come to you guys live tomorrow. We made that commitment. We will not come to you live on Sunday out of respect for the holiday and for those folks that will be observing that holiday. We want to wish everyone a beautiful, beautiful holiday. And, you know, we're going to be hunting some Easter eggs, right? The Easter Bunny's going to hop, hop, hop. We got to go hunt some eggs and do some family stuff. And
that you find in the house a month later that stinks real bad.
Well, we're going to dye eggs Saturday night, and I haven't dyed eggs since I was a kid, so this is going to be a true experience.
You know that?
Yeah,
carpet?
you know, I'll have to FaceTime you.
Go outside to do this.
I have to FaceTime you. No, we have travertine tile, and the grout is really light colored, and I'm thinking to myself, it's going to be every color under the moon. We're not doing this in the kitchen. It's out.
Yeah. That could be a problem.
No. Okay, so let's start out with a couple of tidbits, updates for Krypto GeneX straight off the press. Hot news. So, and just so that everybody knows, come on, Joe, let's tell them all about it. At the end of every live, we're going to start giving hot news, hot Krypto GeneX news, right?
Right off the presses, brand new information. It'll be right here. And it may be
right here.
Real small things you got to tune in to listen. And it may be things
absolutely
make you go, I don't know. All right. But right now what we got going on is, let's see, what is it? At we've got all the meetings going on. You need to jump on from 1 o'clock Eastern time and 8 o'clock Eastern time with Steve, and he's going to be doing that for the next foreseeable future right now. You know, we know for at least about 2 or 3 more days, and then probably on past that, not sure. But we definitely, you need to catch on to those. And then we have the big one on Saturday the 31st, and that is going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's kind of like a kickoff for the launch, for the big.
Yeah, that's a come one, come all, right?
Do what?
That's a come one, come all, right?
One, come all. Everybody needs to be there. You know, everybody. You know, just
right.
Jump on. Interested, not interested, come see. You know, anybody you know, tell them. You know, and
right.
Maybe, you know, it'll be neat. You know, and then you know maybe you can lead them to that site with the 6 free. You know, the 6 free.
Ooh, I want to tell them.
You tell them.
Let me tell them. Okay, so here you go. All right,
okay.
Everybody's been wondering how to get everybody to plug in and get excited about Krypto GeneX, right? And so Steve came up with an awesome tool, and it's kryptotools.com. Everybody get that. Krypto Tools, crypto with a K, kryptotools.com. Go there. Take your people that you're talking to there. There are 6 free lessons. Guess what those free 6 lessons are? They're going to tell them how to buy a Bitcoin, what is a Bitcoin, where to put it, the wallet, all this good stuff. And guess what? It's going to prime their pump, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get them ready to enter your Krypto GeneX business next week when you can start entering them in the education platform. How cool is that?
That's cool.
That's cool. Now, here's another thing. I'm gonna tell them about the numbers, and then I'm gonna let you tell them about that other little thing.
Okay.
Yeah. We have been in soft launch. As most people know, we've been in soft launch. We have officially cracked the 1,500 number in soft launch. We have not even opened the door. We're not even in. No, I froze, so I'm going to say that again. I know I froze. I'm going to say that again. We are not even in pre-launch yet, ladies and gentlemen, and we have 1,500 people in our business, okay? In our business. How cool is that?
That's cool. There we go. Okay, do I get to say the other thing? Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Think we should?
Yeah, go ahead and tell them.
All right. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, just one more thing.
Oh, did you want to say one more thing, or do you want me to tell them?
No, I want you to tell them one more thing. Go ahead. Okay.
Well, how about the Krypto GeneX blog? You want to tell them about that? Okay.
Yeah, tell them.
That's at kryptogenexblog.com, right? Is that where it's at? Pretty sure. So go to kryptogenexblog.com, and you can see all the stuff that's going on. It's got the updates. It's got all this neat little information. All this stuff that we've posted is going to be there pretty soon, I'm sure. Not posted, but told you about. Is going to be here pretty soon. And it shows you what's going on, languages that we're in, all the new things, welcome new things, little warning things like stop, warn. And there's one more thing. I said that, but there's one more thing we left out that we did need to talk about. And it was.
Okay, what was it?
Warning people to log out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can speak to this one with great authority.
Can't you?
I can. I really can. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Steve said when he turned me loose, he said, I want you to break this thing for me. Well, I took it literally. Okay, so I broke it. I really did break it. I found something that we didn't know was going to happen. I'm putting all these people in, you know, I'm fast and furious here, and I'm logging people in. But in between putting each person in, guess what I forgot to do? I didn't log out. So there was a cookie algorithm or something. I don't know. It's over my head. Steve can explain it. But what it was doing was actually signing people up under the last person that I had put in. So, like, I was growing people's teams, man, and they were sponsored by all the wrong people. It was like, oh, my God. And so then I called Steve, and I'm like, Steve, we got a problem. I logged in to check all these people's trees and they're all wrong. He's like, dude, calm down. We can fix it. So the good news is that we have a master behind the curtain who can fix these problems. But here is the way that you can fix it. Every time, every single time you put somebody in, ladies and gentlemen, please go to the tree, check the tree, make sure that that person is in correctly. They're sponsored by the right person. And then go right over there and click log out. That's right, log out. Then you want to go back and log in again and rejoin, okay? You're going to put those people in from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how many headaches that will keep you from having. Believe me. Did I hit that okay, bro?
Did good job. One thing I have to remind everybody of. Sorry. I got to get the last word here. No.
One thing.
Reminded of something. Everything we're talking about, Krypto GeneX, CryptoGeneXblog.com, CryptoGeneXTools.com, it's all going to link once we go live from your sites. It's all linked up. Everything's there. Phone calls are going to be linked up. Everything's going. You know, everything's built to make things as easy as possible. You know, just easy. You know, one click.
I forgot something.
One click. Come on.
One click.
One click.
I forgot something. Hey, here's some more hot, fresh news nobody knows about, okay? Like, I was on a call with Steve just before I jumped on here. Guess what? We are less than 24 hours away from having customer service. Less than 24 hours away at the touch of one click.
That's why I got that email earlier. Okay. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Now all right.
All right, guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, those who are undecided just exactly where you fall, Joe and I love each and every one of you. Oh, one more thing.
One more thing. April 21st, Houston. If you're in the Houston area, go. If you're a member, it's free. And if you want to hang out and have lunch with everybody, it's $15. That's all. You know, anybody you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not something that you want to not go to. Like, seriously, we've been having fun. We've been playing with you guys about the one more thing. You know, we're just having a little bit of fun, keeping it real. But honestly speaking, if you are anywhere near one of these events, okay, like the one overseas, that is more of I call it the nerd geek convention, because it's all about the blockchain and how it all works and all that good stuff. But here's the key to that. You can still meet Steve, right? You're still going to be able to meet Steve, one of the core five, and you'll be able to meet a couple of our traveling Pinnacle members, okay? So we will be in representation there, all right? And then in Houston, I know a lot of us are trying to work our schedules out to where we can possibly try to be there. You know, I'm not dropping any names because I know there are 5 people confirmed so far. Everybody else is unconfirmed. We're not going to drop any names because we don't want to disappoint anybody. However, how cool would it be to break bread with some of these people that have been working so hard behind the scenes? Like I am so humbled. I'm so honored to even be called, you know, a kryptonite. I'm a kryptonite. I'm sorry. I am a kryptonite. It's okay. I love it. I'm a dadpreneur. I'm going to sing their praises till the cows come home. You know, but here's what I know. If you guys can go and you can break bread with these people and ask questions, you know, just because you think it's silly in your head, it's not silly, guys and gals, because if it's up here, it's going to nag you to death until it comes out of here. Am I right, John?
Exactly. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ask everything. Ask everything. Ask us. Oh, I'm sorry. Ask us this stuff on here, you know, and messages, hit us on Facebook. Oh, go to YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. That is Crypto Let's Talk. Okay. We've got one video posted. Had to work some issues out. We're going to post yesterday's, then we'll get today's posted also by this evening for sure. You know, we're just there is something else. I forgot.
Now, this is this is really cool too. We
What?
have our very own website, and it's coming very soon. Okay,
Yeah.
it's coming. What I want you guys to know is I was on the phone earlier today, this morning, as a matter of fact. I will be Joe and I will be getting out the link to the website as soon as it's live. It's in the works. There's going to be a big kryptonite. There's going to be a man on a horse on the front page. Okay, so you'll know you're on the right website.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody to opt in by putting in your email address, because we're going to have a newsletter, and we're going to also send out updates via email for all those folks that are not social media people. We have a lot of those on our team. They're not social media people, but they want to stay in the loop. They want to know what's going on. So, and in that, on that website, we're actually going to have our lives. We may actually, once the website goes completely live, we may actually have a platform that we come live to you from the website. But for sure, the recordeds will be in a library there on our own website.
Yes.
That is cool.
That is. Remember.
That is.
Go.
And it, I froze. I did that just for suspense. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? I did that for suspense.
Hey, guess what? I got one more thing I need to do.
Okay, well, wait. Let me tell them this. I'm going to give them a hint. You know, the name of our live talk show is Krypto Let's Talk. That's a hint. Go ahead, Joe. That was a hint. That was a hint.
Yeah, I know. I finally got the note. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start doing call-outs because we need to build this channel up. So right now, being that I'm from Oklahoma, and I know there's some people from Oklahoma on here, and you're on your phones all day anyways, and your computers. So I'm going to call out Oklahoma. I need everybody in Oklahoma to go over and like and subscribe that channel, okay? And the reason you need to like and subscribe the channel is the more likes we get, because we have 0 views right now. It's making us sad. It's terrible. I'm just going to tell you, because when you get there, you're going to see it anyways. We don't think anybody likes this, but it helps us build our format here. And so we can go from there, you know, leave information, leave anything you need for us, anything you'd like, let us know, you know.
Please.
Please. We're building, you know, so Oklahoma, go like, go subscribe.
North Carolina, Washington, Oklahoma, we all want you. Everybody, please. If you're here right now live, when you get off of here, go over to YouTube and like us at Krypto Let's Talk. And
Yes.
if you got this as a recording, the first thing I want you to do is share it with somebody that you love, okay? And the second thing I want you to do is go to YouTube and like us at Krypto Let's Talk. Please, we love you guys. Joe, as always, man, you know what? I feel like you're a brother from another mother. We are going to do some awesome things, my friend. You know, you're a beautiful soul. I love your energy. The fact that you know, you're so upbeat, you're so happy all the time. I love that about you. Thank you for being that person for me. You know, I want to thank everybody that comes. You know, our audience is building, and it's building fast.
There. Thank you. Allie's Cat
Thank
3. Thank you. See, you subscribe while we're on this. It pops up, and we'll give you a shout out. And if you've got your own subs for subs, I don't mind cheating. Just let us know.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, we appreciate you in Texas. So we'll be looking for you subscribing to our YouTube channel from Texas, okay? So hit us and leave us a note. All right, everybody. Hey, Joe, do you want to just go ahead and set our time for tomorrow as 2 p.m. Eastern?
2
p.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow. See you all there. Don't be late.
1 p.m. Central. Okay. See y'all later.
Later, guys.
Yeah. Have fun tonight.
Have an awesome day.